Hi, and welcome to the Scary Goals Club. I am your host, Hazel Robertson, and I believe that to make the impact that you know you are called to make in the world, it requires setting bigger, scarier goals and then becoming the person who creates them. That is what I am here to show you how to do. That's what we're diving into with mindset, tools, tricks, really simple, practical, actionable steps you can take and start applying straight away. Because whatever you believe, we have this one life that you definitely know about. Start making the impact you know you want to make in the world. Fear is not a reason to stop. We keep going. We work through the fear. That is what we do in the Scary Goals Club. So come on in, come join, hit subscribe, and let's get started. Hi, and welcome to the Scary Goals Club podcast. I'm your host, Hazel Robertson. And like, there's so many things that are so fun right now. Do you know, I I wish this is more, I'm going to do more like behind the scenes, how things are going today. It's my last like official day working before maternity leave, which is totally mad, totally mad. And I just this morning was feeling like super heavy. I didn't even think to hop on here and record. And I was doing stuff for playtime, the 21-day audio adventure to, oh wait, I do have a tag, I do have a tagline. I'll update you with it in a sec. Uh, and 21-day audio adventure, I think it's like where time feels flowy and fun or something like that. It's something fun. And I was doing some work in it this morning and was feeling good. And then just like, it's like, oh, couldn't. Everything was just feeling heavy. Everything was feeling forced. It would have been fun if I'd actually hopped on and recorded that so you could have seen my energy. And I was like, okay, I'll just go out for a walk. And literally, I feel like a different person now. My hair's still all windswept. It's so windy out there. And even like one of the normal like loop that I do like through the woods, a massive trees come down. I can't even think the last time I did it. Maybe a week ago, a couple weeks ago. I don't know. Anyway, there's a massive tree down, so I was like clambering over that on the path. But just the sunlight like coming through the trees and just hanging out with Maple and going for just such a nice walk. And I'm trying to even think what I was like. I want to give some tips of like what I did to shift my energetic state. I mean, I know that walking and being in nature, it's also sunny today, which helps a lot. And I think I was just thinking like, look, yeah, I guess it was maybe celebrating like how far I'd come. Whereas this morning, I was like, I thought I would have playtime live and in the world for you guys to listen to by the end of today. That has not happened. That has so not happened. I mean, when I set off on this scary goal adventure, I definitely did not give myself enough space to create it. I knew that there was the deadline of going on maternity leave and having a baby. I mean, I'm on maternity leave now, but the baby's not due for another few weeks. So who knows? My first baby son was 2 weeks late. So that could also happen here as well. So I might end up having a bit more space, but I just know like these are the windows of time where I'm probably going to have a bit more energy. Like it's probably going to get less. Although saying that, like, like one of the reasons this morning my brain was just going to, oh, I haven't done this. I thought I would do this. I haven't done this. Oh, just is it this? Is it that? It was just like going around. It was just muddled and going around loops. Was life has been lifing. It seems like even the last few, like when I did that other behind the scenes where it was like, okay, I've got these two like full working days and here we go. And like in between calls, I've got like this space to create and this space to create and like da da da. And literally, like, it's not happened again. My son's been ill, and so there's just like broken sleep because he's been up through in the night, and also making sure we don't catch it. So I've been brainwashing myself, being like, I feel amazing. Even if he's like, Mommy, are you not feeling that well? I'm like, Mommy feels great right now. I feel so good. Just like, my body is this vessel of wellness. I feel amazing. Like, not the words, I don't feel well. I'm like, they're just not going to like utter out of my mouth. Like I'm not doing it at all. I'm not even like letting my mind go there. I'm like, no, I feel amazing. I feel great. And so far, I haven't caught anything that he's got. And he's been like pretty poorly. And I've been doing lots of nose running, snuggles and being coughed on and sneezed on. I'm like, nope, my body is amazing. I have the most amazing immune system. Like it just bounces off me. So visualization and what we tell ourselves and speaking it into existence and speaking it into truth, like this stuff works, as I know from so many parts of my life. But even in how we feel, it's like what we tell ourselves. If I was like, I don't feel that well, I feel tired, I feel this, it's like that just becomes a reality. So I'm like, nope, not even buying into that. So trying to even think where I've gone. Anyway, so the story, the point of that is life has continued to life as it does. And I guess I just want to share, like, I had in my head, and it feels hard because I've said it like publicly as well. I'm like, yes, this is when you'll be able to get access to playtime and it'll all be there and it'll all be out in the world. And it's not going to be out in the world on Friday, the 19th of December. Absolutely not. It's in, I mean, it's like in progress. I've made amazing progress with it, but it's not there yet. And I just want to offer that although my brain went to the usual narrative that it can of you failed, you've let people die, and you've blah, 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 you said you do this and you haven't, and no, no, no. and and yet when I can catch it and pull myself back, I know that timelines actually don't matter at all. Like they are made up. Timelines can be faster than we think, timelines can be slower than we think. And actually, if you think about it, if you imagine like whatever goal you're working towards, whatever vision you have for next year, whatever you're creating, if it doesn't happen in the time frame you thought, but you keep going and you keep holding it as the goal, and you imagine you got the goal 2 months after you thought, or 6 months, or a year. I'm trying to even think like a goal like that for me would have been getting pregnant or like having a healthy baby. So that would have been like my son. Like that took, I can't even think, year and a half, or certainly like a few years after I had thought, because I had got pregnant, was like, okay, this will be it, and then had miscarried. So, but it wasn't like, okay, this then that means give up, like it's never going to happen. It just means, okay, the timeline is not what I originally thought and what I'd originally planned for. And there can be so many reasons for that. There can be life things happen that we don't account for. There can be things that change, or like the way that we actually end up creating the goal is maybe different than we initially thought, and actually it's going to be better. Or there's some setback that like at some point in the future we're going to look at and be like, oh, I'm so glad it didn't happen when I thought it had to happen. I'm so glad it happened in this way because whatever. Like I think that with my son, I'm like, I am so glad that this all worked out exactly as it did because I get to know him. Like I can't imagine life without knowing him and like his little personality and who he is and how he has completely changed my life. And like, I wouldn't, if everything had worked, I wouldn't have known any differently, of course. But like, if everything had worked out as I had initially thought, I would never get to know him. Like, I'd never have him in my life. So, in that sense, I'm so grateful that things worked out that way, even though at the time it felt really hard. And so, I know with creating this scary goal, the playtime, the 21-day audio adventure, I know that okay, yes, it's not done today. It's not going to be completed and out in the world today as I had initially thought. But I know that I'm going to look back and be like, I am so glad it wasn't, because who knows, there'll be something maybe over the next week, next weeks, next few days. Another idea will come or drop in. I'll be like, oh, yes, this is going to make it so much better, or this is going to change everything. And rather than like rushing and forcing something that just to make a certain timeline or deadline that was quite literally made up anyway. And think about this with any plan, any project, anything, like the timeline is made up. And rather than like forcing and rushing and pushing, it's like, okay, well, what if the timeline can evolve? And that's okay. And you're still going to get the goal. You're still going to create what it is that you want. Maybe it took a little bit longer, but when we can let go of the timeline a little bit, obviously timelines can help, like having deadlines, especially as someone with ADHD, like having many deadlines, having like, okay, I'm going to get this thing done by this time. Like that really helps me focus, like breaking stuff down into chunks, having many deadlines really helps me. It like focuses my attention rather than this like big vague thing that could just take ages. But then there gets to a point where actually it's releasing the timeline and going, okay, this is okay. This is a different timeline than I thought it would be. And that's okay. And just like letting go of that. So I think that's something that I got to after my walk. It's like It's all good. It's not happening in the time frame I thought. And it doesn't mean it's not going to happen. Because I think that's what we can sometimes do is like say to ourselves, oh, it didn't happen in this way, therefore it's just not going to happen, or I failed, or it's what's the point? It's like, no, we just add a few months on. We just add a little bit of time on and we keep going. And then there's always something we learn. Like maybe the thing that I will learn from this is give yourself 6 months to build something if you're going to talk about it publicly and do behind the scenes. Like, don't give yourself, I don't know how long I must have given myself, 6 weeks or something, whatever. Or give yourself twice, 3 times as much time as you think it will take. Start earlier if you're having a baby and you want to get something done before you get mat leave. Whatever it is, there's going to be something that I've learned from it. And I will figure out what that is and it will still be created and it will still be in the world. So that feels exciting. The other thing that's exciting is I am drinking some apple juice and sparkling water in like a fizz glass. It's so nice. Oh. So cheers. This is my last like official day of mat leave. We'll see how we go before mat leave. I might do a few little bits. Baby hasn't like arrived, but this is my last like kind of full on working day. Oh. I'm kind of drinking and celebrating. Cheers. Fizzy water and apple juice, which is delightful. And it's just so nice, like adding these little bits of magic and joy. I had like a candle lit earlier before I went out for a walk. I'll light it again, but just like having little ways to celebrate these moments. Because even this morning, I was like, oh, it's my last day of work before mat leave. And I'm not even like celebrating it in any way. Like there's no, just like, oh, I'm just banging my head against the wall with this scary goal with playtime and just like, oh, is this how I imagined my last day of mat leave to be? And literally since I've been out for a walk, had some fizzy water. And I've set up. So if you're watching this on video, I'm just holding it in my hand at the moment because I haven't ordered a stand for it yet. I've got like a proper podcast mic. It's so fun. It's so dreamy. If you've been listening to audio and you haven't watched this on YouTube at all, then you may not have seen. But since I started the podcast, so what's that? How many episodes? 78 or 9, 79 episodes or something now? Since I started last February, I have just been using like my coaching headset mic, which has been great. Like it's really amazing quality mic. Like it's been amazing. Hang on, this is banging. Hang on. 2 seconds. Okay, hopefully that's better. I've just been using my coaching headset mic, which has been great. It's literally falling apart a little bit now. Cables are all like fraying away. I had to get my brother, he works in like sound lighting tech, big events, like all that kind of stuff. I had to get him to solder a bit of it back together, like the connection into the wireless transceiver thing. What was that? Maybe like a year ago, he like soldered a bit that had like come out. So I mean, it has done me very well. It has had a lot of use and it's very much on its last legs. And it's so funny. I had on my vision board, on my like digital vision board that I have on like the background screensaver of my phone. So like every time I look at my phone or like pick up my phone, like I see it, and it's so fun. Even just I've got that, and I've got a physical vision board as well, and just seeing what's come to life this year. When I was adding those things on, it was like, oh, that would be so cool. One of them, there was a picture of a podcast mic, and I mean, I've toyed with buying one for ages. I think part of me has been like, I don't need one. Like I can still create amazing podcasts without like an actual podcast mic. I can use my headset mic, like it's all good. I mean it is a high quality mic, that one. The sound quality is really good. But Luke bought me it for my birthday and it's so nice. Like I think it's one of those things I maybe wouldn't have. I mean, at some point I would have bought for myself, but it was almost in that bit of like, I don't need one, like it's all good. But for him to buy it for me, and I don't know, just like it's like believe in me, see how much I love podcasting and I love just like sharing these tools and what works for me. And I don't know, it just feels really special. So I was like, oh, I'm gonna get it on and like do my first podcast, last podcast for mat leave with the new mic. So that feels really good. So I'll cheers to that as well with my apple and fizzy water. So good. So hopefully the sound will be okay. I tested it, but I haven't like fully edited it. So we'll see how it actually goes. So hopefully if you do notice a difference in the audio, hopefully it's a good difference and not a not so good difference. And next time you see me, I will have a stand. I've narrowed it down, so I know kind of what I'm looking for. And yeah, it feels really cool. It's so good. Maybe I'll get a little bit that says Scary Goals Club and like put that on it or something. I'll see. But for now, I'm like, oh my gosh, like a proper podcaster now. I've got like a microphone and everything. Like, oh. And immediately my brain's like, do I have to up my game? What do I have to talk? Do I have to talk about like better things now? Like what? Like, oh, maybe that was it. Maybe it's like an identity shift. Maybe before I was like, well, if I just have my headset mic, I'm just chatting about whatever comes into my head, which I'm still doing. But it's like, oh, do I have to? Maybe I should plan a bit more, like prep a little bit more. Anyway, there are just some things going on in my head. So I'm trying to even think if there's going to be another behind the scenes. Maybe I'll check back in a little bit. But it's funny, even today, I was like, oh, there is a podcast to go out. Like, I could put it out. It's like, no, playtime like that needs to be done. And it's like, actually, now I can see, get the other podcast out. That's important. And I know how much, and like part of what's in playtime is helping you understand the things that energize you, that light you up, and actually leaning into some of those things. And how when we build in more of the things that light us up and we focus on that, like so much of the other stuff that we're doing just that maybe requires a bit more focus or a bit more attention, and it still energizes us, but it maybe takes a little bit more effort. How those things are just easier when we are adding in the stuff that's going to bring us energy. And today has been a perfect example of that, of like, go for a walk, have a nice like drink in a nice glass, get the new podcast mic on, get up, like record a podcast. Like I know this always energizes me. It's like, okay, cool. Now I feel like I'm like, oh, I'm creating stuff's like pouring out of me. It's like, right, now I can go and create some more of the audios for playtime. Got some of them already. Oh, it's so fun. You guys are gonna absolutely love it. Like, I'm so excited for you to hear it. Um, so now I'm kind of like, okay, cool, we're good. Let's go. Let's keep creating. And that's where I'm at for now. So maybe this will be a two-parter. Maybe I'll check back in at the end of today and we'll see how we get on. And okay, see you soon. Oh my goodness. So I just went to go and quickly edit the clip that you just heard, or the update that you just heard, because I was like, I just want to check before I record more, although I haven't fully checked the audio. Anyway, I went to go, loaded it in to go and edit it, and I just realized this. So this episode that you're listening to right now, this is episode 80. How amazing is that? Like 80 episodes. That is wild. Mostly weekly. I have taken a few pauses, but 80 episodes. What? I mean, wow. My mind is like totally blown by that. 80 episodes. Well, I just want to say like thank you for being here on this journey and listening to the evolution and the growth and hopefully learning a few things along the way, and hopefully taking some of the things I've learned and been figuring out from my own life and been able to apply them to your own life to help you figure out things and do things in a different way and live in a way that feels a bit more joyous and a bit more fun and a bit more flowy, and just enjoying and making the most of this life. 80 episodes. What? So cool. And I think that also just like links back to the point I was just making about like timelines and stuff, is also just keeping going. Like it doesn't have to be super, there's so much. I've done a whole episode on this of like, you have to be consistent, you have to do this, and that can just feel, it can almost, like for me, if someone's like, be consistent, my brain shuts down. I'm like, no, I don't want to be, or that doesn't work for me. But just persevering and just keeping going, and just taking breaks if you need, taking pauses, stepping away. Like if you need a break, do that. But if there's something that's fun and something that lights you up, like allowing yourself to just continue to do it, even if you don't know where it's going or why it's going, but it just fills you with so much joy and energy. Like podcasting, that for me, like I don't have any grand plan for it. I mean, I've got like a bit of an idea of things that I think would be really fun for next year, but it's not, and maybe, I mean, maybe I could play with actually creating a vision for it, but for me, I just love showing up here, figuring out what I have learned and what works for me and for my clients, and then sharing it with you. Like that, literally, I find so fun. And so thanks for being on this journey for me, with me, as I, yeah, just it just feels like the biggest privilege having a space to share things that light me up, share things that I find interesting, share things that I feel are helpful for me and for my clients, and hopefully are helpful for you as well. So yeah, it never gets old. I never ever take for granted that you are giving your time and your energy and your attention, which I know is so valuable and is so important, to listening to me chatting away about stuff that hopefully some of it is helpful for you. Yeah, I don't take it for granted, is what I want to say. And thank you for being here. 80 episodes. What? Just amazing. So good. Right. I'm going to go and actually edit and just check that the sound levels are okay on this different microphone that I've been holding in my hand instead of actually having on a stand. But hopefully it's going to have worked okay. And if not, I can do some magic and make it sound okay. All right. See you in a bit. Hello, I am back. I thought I would give you a little update. I am in the midst of recording some more files and also noticing my brain being like, ah, you don't need to do this goal. It's not, maybe it's not going to be that good. Maybe like all of that stuff coming up that I've just pushed to the side and reminded myself why I want to do this, how powerful these tools are, how much they've changed my life, how much they've changed the lives of my clients, and just that bigger mission and just connecting with that bigger mission of like I so want I want these tools to be in the hands of so many more people that have maybe had a challenging relationship with time, or everything has just felt like heavy and forced, or they're working in a way that just feels a bit like not like them, and they know there's another way but it's they're not quite sure how to do it. And this collection of tools and this journey, the 21-day audio adventure, there you go, journey, I just know is just such a fun way to get these tools out without me having to be there. That's the key thing. Like, I think the timing of all of this, of like, keep coming back to him, like, this is my chance to have something when I'm offline for a bit and hanging out with my baby and figuring out how to be a mum of two and all of that stuff and just enjoying those moments, that I don't have to be online at a certain time to be able to coach someone through this specific thing or teach them this tool. It's all going to be there. And whoever is going through this course, it's not really a course, but like this audio journey, audio adventure, has it there and they can listen to it at any time of the day or the night, or if they need something or they want to dip into something, like it's there on demand whenever they want it. And just that, like focusing on that bigger thing has just made it so much easier to be like, okay, all of the self-doubt and the like, oh, what if this, what if this, and oh, it's taking longer than I thought, like all of that, it doesn't matter. It's like, I will get there. The journey to getting there has been different than I maybe had thought, and that's okay. And it's not even thinking about like the end goal. It's what's really helping me at the moment is that why. Like, why am I even doing this at all? Why even put this together and create this when I could just not? Like, I think that's the key thing. It's just reminding myself. It's the same with anything, like for your goals as well. You could just not do it at all. So why do you want to at all? Why bother to get up, get showered, get dressed, continue to show up, continue to create and overcome and figure out things, even when there's resistance, even when all the old stories are coming up? Why bother? Why do it at all? And I think having that bigger why really helps, having a reason why you want to do something. And I think I've talked about this in the previous episode of like your reasons why. It might have been early on in the podcast episodes, but it's certainly something with like that I do with my clients, which is coming up with the reasons why you want to do something. And there will be different reasons that resonate more at different parts of the journey of creating whatever the goal is, the scary goal, the vision. So on other days, that bigger piece of why I want to do it might not resonate at all. Like it might be some other reason I want to do it. I don't know what that is, but different reasons why will come and will help you on different days when it's like all of the questioning, all of the, is this worth it? Is this really what I want? I thought it was, but now that I'm in the thick of it, like, goals can feel very exciting. Like when we create a vision, we create a goal, we feel elevated and everything feels really exciting. It's like, this is going to be amazing. We sell it to ourselves and we talk ourselves into it and it feels amazing. And then when we're doing it, it can sometimes feel amazing and sometimes it can feel boring. Sometimes it can feel repetitive. And sometimes we can question why we're doing it at all and is it even worth it? And is this actually what we want to do? Is it something else? Maybe it's something different. And all of that stuff can come up and having the different reasons why. Obviously checking in, like goals can change. You don't have to do just because you decided you want to do a goal, like you can change that your mind on that. But really checking in with your intuition. I know for me, I want to create this. It's just sometimes in the moment there's the all of the doubt, all of the you should do this other thing, you should do this, you should just not do it at all. Why don't you just like wrap up now? Like it's all good. You don't need to be doing this. And yeah, I know I want to. So having and like connecting with the reasons why is really, really helpful to just help overcome all the brain stuff that comes up, the inevitable brain stuff. So it's been bits of that brain stuff, but we're getting there. I'm getting there. And yeah, even just in the last like not that long, I'm trying to even think when I last record. Yeah, like hour and a bit. Like I'm really getting there and I'm getting through stuff. And I was even questioning some of the different tools I was putting in. It's like, oh, is it this? Is it this? Just like I've made the decision already on it. It's good. It's going in. It's like they're going in. I can always change it in a few months' time, or if there's some that are not resonating, like that can all be changed. And just trusting that I know what is helpful. I know the order that's helpful. It doesn't have to look like anything else I've seen before. It can be a bit different. It can be a bit quirky. It can be fun and playful. And like, that's okay. So, yeah. Anyway, I'm trying to even think what the point of the update was. I'm just giving a bit of an update that things are moving and connecting to a bigger why is so, so powerful and so, so helpful in the middle ups and downs and like the messy middle, the bit of the goal where you're on your way, you haven't created it yet, it's still in progress, and all the self doubt and the questioning comes up. I think, had I seen somewhere, or maybe I did a drawing of it, I can't remember, but it's like basically where how your goal goes if you imagine almost like peaks and troughs. And it starts with this peak of like, this is gonna be amazing, this is so exciting, da, da, da. And then there can be a setback or a something or a whatever, and like all the questioning comes up, and it's like, is this really worth it? And then we get back on track again, and then it's like the questioning and the self-doubt comes in, and it's just a process of reminding ourselves what it is that we actually want it, why we actually want it, and then just keeping focusing on that and shifting our energy back to be like, no, this is what I want. Like, let's keep going. This is why it's important. This is why it matters. And knowing that at any point, I think that's also, it's like, at any point, I don't have to do this. And I think there's no forcing, there's no like, oh, I should, I said I would. Like, I don't feel that at all. At one point, I think I would have in my life. I'm like, but I said I would, so then I have to do the thing. No, because that almost then puts on extra pressure. And the whole thing is just like, for me, this whole creating playtime, the 21-day audio adventure is supposed to be fun. And it like if I'm not having fun, I'm not doing it. So it has to be fun. And it has been fun. And I actually put on some music, had a little dance, and maybe I'll go over a little dance again. That often helps, like putting on some tunes, dancing about. Then I'm like, okay, let's go. Connecting with like why I want to do it. All of that stuff helps so much. So it's just about reconnecting with why, not forcing, but actually doing it from a place of like, okay, let's go. Let's keep going, celebrating the progress that we've made, all of the progress that we've made. Right. Catch you soon. Okay, I am back for the final check in behind the scenes for today, anyway, of my last day before mat leave, which probably won't be the last day, but a last official day. The last day. There may be still some more days. And one thing that I have just done, which is one of the tools, one of the daily fun practices from Playtime, 21-day audio journey or adventure, whatever I've called it, um, which is a done list, which is, and you can do this at any point throughout your day or towards the end of the day is really helpful as well, is just like my brain has kept going to, but you said you'd be here. You said you do these things. And I know I just talked about like timelines shifting and like letting go of that. And I have been able to let go of that for sure. But it still will be like, you said you would do all these things that you thought you'd be here and blah, 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 blah. And so so one of the practices, it's like, again, because this is all about like shifting the whole playtime, the 21-day audio adventure is all about shifting your relationship with time and doing things and how you think about yourself and feel when you're actually creating and like creating things in the world. And one thing our brain can do is it like we're wired, we have this negativity bias, like it's wired to go and look for the thing that we didn't get done. So it's like, you might have 10 things on your to-do list or whatever you thought you would get done in a day, things in your calendar. And if it's less than that, your brain will focus on, okay, what is that one thing I didn't get done, even though there might be 9 things that you did get done out of 10. That's how it can focus on default unless we retrain our brain to focus on the progress, on the results, on the wins, on how far we've come, and we just keep focusing it on that. And so my brain was doing it today. And I've literally just done the practice, which is a done list, one of the tools for one of the days. And I've written down like everything I've done, everything I've created today. And it doesn't have to just be things that you've done. It's like I put on here like connected, I had like brekkie with my son, like connected with him and made sure he was okay. He's not been feeling that well. And like, okay, it's like doing things, but it's kind of how I'm being and how I'm showing up. And it's like being present, making time for that, like making sure that that's important. And literally, I'm like, I have done so much today, like so much. When I see everything written down, and even I wrote on here, like, I kept going when I was just like, oh, and it's like, no, I kept going and I kept it fun. Like, every time that it's not been fun, I've stepped away and done something else, and I've kept it fun. And I'm looking at this, I'm like, I've truly done so much today. And yet all my brain was focusing on was, yeah, but you didn't do this, you didn't do this, you haven't done that, you haven't done this, all these things still to do, which brains can do. So I just want to offer that as a really fun practice is if you find that you're doing that, it can be really helpful, especially like at the end of the week. It's really helpful, but at the end of each day, just writing down like, what is everything that you have created, everything that you've accomplished, everything you've done, how you've shown up, write it all down. And you'll be like, oh, it's actually quite a lot. And I guarantee it'll be way more than you're giving yourself credit for and way more than your brain thinks you have actually done. So don't let your brain get away with it. Sneaky brain, be onto it. Pause right now if you're listening to this and write down everything that you've created, everything that you've got done today, how you showed up, like all of it, just write it all down. I even put showered on there, okay? Like at the moment for me, showering and like drying my hair and like washing my hair and drying my hair, it's going on a list of things I've done. Like it goes on a to-do list. Like get up, breakfast and shower, those are going on to-do lists because then I get to tick them off. Showered is definitely going on. Showered brekkie, making sure like my son's okay and like connecting with him. Those are going on done list. Like those are big chunks of my day and take a lot of energy at the moment. So yeah, just thinking about that for you. So I'm gonna say over and out. This will not be the last podcast. I think where I've left it in terms of like what I want to do on mat leave is I want to be documenting like what's going on or any interesting insights or just how the whole experience is going, but it's probably not going to be weekly or as regular. And there might be like a bit of a gap when the baby arrives and just adjusting to that. Who knows? Or it might be like literally months. It's like, hello, are you there? Is everything okay? I don't know. I'm keeping it open. I'm keeping it flexible. I'm not definitely not doing it because I get so much out of it. And I'm not also not committing to, yes, there would be a podcast every week or like having to batch them all now so that they go out, which I've done before. And it just ends up for me with my like reduced working hours and things. It's just like if it's when it stops being fun, I'm like not doing it. That's like my rule for so many things. Like if it's fun and I want to record 3 podcasts in a day, 100% I will do that and then I will put them out, like stagger them out. If it's not fun, I'm not doing it. So if it feels really fun and I'm like, oh, I've got all these things to say and I want to batch them out, maybe you will get a podcast every week. Who knows what the next like few weeks will be like waiting for the baby to arrive. But also I might not want to do that. And that's okay too. So I'm giving myself permission to keep it fun, keep it light, keep it feeling like something that's really nourishing and something that's for me and for you guys and feels really good. And if it is feeling forced or heavy, like I'm just not doing it. Like that is my rule. It's not happening. So I am predicting there will be some podcast episodes. I think there will be. And I'm just not sure what format they'll be, how they will be. Maybe you'll get a 3 a.m. podcast. Who knows? Maybe I'll be in my dressing gown with my hair everywhere. Like, hi. Maybe you'll get some audio only ones where I'm like, I'm not going on video. I've not washed my hair in a week. I'm not sure how it will be. So I'm just giving myself a bit of space and we'll see how that all goes. Well, I hope you had an amazing Christmas if you celebrate or like holidays or whatever it is that you are up to or doing. I hope it was amazing and that it was everything that you wanted it to be. And we are hosting this year. So I'm going to take last week's episode, which went out actually today. Not today when you're listening to this, went out on the 19th of December. Today when I'm recording it was a 4-part planning process that I used to plan my 40th birthday and is like super fun, super flowy. And that is what I haven't fully done yet, but like we're hosting Christmas and just I'm going to take myself through that same process for Christmas of just being really intentional with how I want to be, how I want to be showing up, how I want everything to flow. So nothing's a surprise, nothing feels rushed, nothing feels like, oh, we didn't think about this thing. It's like everything's accounted for, everything's been visualized and imagined before. So it's so easy to just be present as well. And actually I've started using that same process for like baby planning and thinking like, okay, what kind of things do I want in the hospital bag? What will I want to eat? What will I want to wear? What kind of things might I need or not need? And thinking about it, I've even started using it for like thinking about, okay, what do I want like the cupboards in the fridge to look like when I'm really hungry and breastfeeding all the time when the baby's here and tired and just being able to go and like grab stuff out of the fridge and grab stuff out of the cupboard. So it's a really fun and easy process to use and just, yeah, fun to be able to do that as well. So I'm going to take that this weekend and apply it to Christmas and then do some more thinking around baby stuff as well as the playtime tool, which is in progress, making even more progress on it. But anyway, hope you had an amazing break and you continue to have an amazing break and I'll see you soon. Bye. Hey, thanks so much for listening. If this was helpful, please hit subscribe and leave a review. This helps get this work in the hands of more purposeful people. That is more people creating bigger, scarier goals, making an even bigger impact in the world. And if you want to take this work deeper and work with me directly, head to the show notes and I put all of the information there. If you've got any questions or if there's anything you're like, ooh, I'd love you to talk about that on the pod, please just get in touch. I love hearing from you guys and I'll see you next time in the Scary Goals Club.